Hey guys, welcome to the Geet Up. Today we're talking the Ultimatum finale.
That's right, and it was pretty unimpressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, I was expecting more.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, so was I. So was I. But then, kind of going into it, when you think about it, it's like, well, it's been dwindled out of 3 couples. How much can it be? At
That's
this
true.
point. So
Started off with 6, 2 didn't even make it,
Yep.
and then one
fell
imploded
apart
before this even happened.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah. It was tough to watch because it was boring.
Oh, it's super boring. Yeah.
I mean, I'm normally all excited about like are they going to get engaged? And the romantic part of it and everything, but it wasn't.
Let me tell you
It lacked a lot.
Let me tell you why this is also not as good as Love is Blind, because there is an actual proposal and stuff and a marriage there, where this one, you could propose, but who cares? Because
Right, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
Right.
You could break up like tomorrow.
Which we kind of saw going on here, right?
Right.
So, yeah, so speaking of which, let's get into that. So, first it shows Chanel and...
Chanel?
I mean, Chanel.
Jeez.
You're mixing your shows.
Chanel?
Shanique,
Yeah.
right? And Darnell.
He just got done watching some Survivors.
That's
He's
right.
got
Yeah,
Chanel
that's right.
on the brain.
Shanique
so.
and Darnell, right?
Darnell.
Darnell!
Who's
It's Randall!
Darnell?
It's Randall and Shanique, man.
Yeah, Randall.
Jeez.
I don't even know where Darnell came
Randall's
from.
Darnell.
Darnell.
Randall.
He's just making up people.
Randall, Darnell.
Wow. Do you
Randall.
need a cheat sheet of the names here?
Probably so, man.
And this one's-
'Cause that's how forgettable this episode was.
This one is not that exciting with these two.
No.
I mean,
Oh, dude, no, it wasn't.
Well, and I didn't like his proposal at all. Like he was like, I think the easiest thing is, and he starts to cry as if, and
he
then
was
she,
bawling.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was,
and then
yeah.
she's like, she won't even look at him when he's saying all these nice things, but he starts it with, I think the easiest thing is, and then starts saying all these nice things about her and their friendship and how close they are. So you think he's leading down to a but,
yeah, because he's crying. Like, what are you crying for if you're
Right.
going to propose?
Yeah,
and she can't look at him because I think she's thinking he's leading down to a but.
right, exactly.
So she's just kind of like looking off to the side. She's trying not to cry, and then he proposes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
And I called that one. I think Josh called it too. You were like, no, that's not going to happen. Those two aren't. But I think Josh and I called that one. So that's
I said it wouldn't work out.
Josh and I are 1 for 1 on that one.
Yeah, I mean, these two have no business trying to even probably work this thing out.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think she's ready to be in a relationship. That's the problem. I think she's very.
She's pretty selfish.
She's very selfish.
about
She has a
herself.
hard time, meeting somebody else halfway.
Mhm, yeah, absolutely.
And so I think she has a lot to work on with that to be in a relationship.
Right.
Other than that, I don't really particularly see a problem with the two of them. It's just that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and they said the typical stuff. She appreciated him for going on the show and going through all that.
Right. And when she says that she learned from it and realized that maybe she was a little selfish, whatever, but it's like you didn't show it on the show. You never, you didn't
Right,
show you
she
learned
never
anything.
really grew
Right.
on the show.
You still
Yeah.
act childish.
I liked
so.
her dress, though. She looked good.
That dress was
did
nice,
look
man.
good.
That was a nice dress, no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
They made her walk a long way in those heels, though.
Yeah, they're making these guys walk on like a
Oh, yeah.
gravel road
Yeah.
with high heels.
She's wearing
or heels
stilettos,
and-
like,
yeah,
come on.
I'm like, what
Yeah,
are you doing with
they're
these
at some
people?
ranch or something, I guess. And,
Yeah.
And the car don't even drive them the whole way. Like, it's like walk for the camera.
Right,
I'm
Can
like,
you take me closer, please?
He's way over there.
I'm not going to tip you for this drive.
Yeah, so I thought this one, like, there wasn't too much drama or anything.
No, it was
with
very
this one. I
uneventful.
mean, Randall
Yeah.
probably should not have proposed, but
No, he shouldn't have. So then we get, is it April and Jake? Was
April
next, I
and
guess?
Jake,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jake and April and
And April looking good too in her
yeah,
dress,
April looked
Yeah,
good.
she looked
So,
good.
I didn't really like her white nails that she had the whole time, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
too long for my taste. But she looked good.
she looked good. And then, and
He
this.
looks good, too.
Now
He
this,
was wearing like
looked
a burgundy maroon kind of suit. And
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this is one that we all thought, that, okay, maybe they're going to work. I think we all got this one wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we all said, yeah, we think they're going to.
Well, I think from the first episode of the show, I thought that they were going to work.
Yeah.
And
so
then
did I.
when you see them together for those 3 weeks after they'd been in the other trial marriages for 3 weeks, I was like, this isn't right. Like,
Yeah.
they have learned behaviors with each other that just aren't healthy.
I love that he started off and he's like, this experience was a shit show.
Right. Oh, yeah.
With the one-on-one interview,
That
he's
was
like,
awesome. That was
shit
awesome.
show.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
I think this experience affected those two and their relationships more than it did anybody else.
And when they're sitting down
possibly so.
talking, I thought he was going to propose to her.
So did I.
He's like, you're my best friend.
Yeah, and she's like, we've been through a lot together, like things only you and I could get through and stuff like that. And,
Yes, their conversation was strong. And then he was like, but I just don't see you as my person
and then,
anymore.
he said, I couldn't get there with you. And I thought maybe he was still going to stay with her at that point, the way they were talking, just not marriage.
Yeah.
But I don't think the show's supposed to work like that.
Right.
No, it's not right.
And she seemed very accepting of it. She was like, I mean, a little, I think, obviously she's hurt and upset by it, but I think she had come to to a point. She didn't
She's
have
probably
a
trying to save a
meltdown.
little bit of face too, I think.
Yeah, but I think she also, kind of saw that. But then she mentioned how she didn't really enjoy seeing him get close to Ray the way he did.
Well, then she was like, I really want to get married. If any of you guys out there want to get married, she's like, but the DMs are closed. So.
Yeah. So, but then, he's like, me and Ray aren't running off together. It's not like that.
Yeah, and then like 10 seconds later, it shows Ray pull up. So.
You're like, wait, why is Ray
that
there?
was kind of interesting. And this was kind of great to see because this shows us a side of the show that's like really cool. Like I thought me and this person were good together, and then lo and behold, I met this person and we're just a better fit. So I thought that was kind of cool.
So it's got them two having the same conversation that he just had with April, but the
his
exact
demeanor
opposite.
is like he's really excited to see her
and she
and
seemed
compliments
excited.
her immediately and stuff like that.
She looks good too.
And they're both like, we came here with other people, but now we're leaving here together, and then of course he hands her an envelope saying, hey, this is a trip for two, anywhere you want to go. You name a place, anywhere in the world, and we're going to go
So
there.
we're not running off together, but we're running off
We're
together.
running off together.
He just lied to April, basically.
Yeah, like
basically.
5 minutes later, he's like, I'm not running off.
No, not running off, but
wait.
hey, Ray, here you
Yeah,
go,
I
baby.
am running off.
Take these.
Yeah, so you think these two were solid and strong, and that was good to see.
Yeah, no, it was cool, but at the same time, it was just, I mean, we'll talk about that later at the next episode, but it was just kind of weird the way everything went down with that. But
Yeah.
So at this point, like I'm pretty good with it.
yeah, well, with those two.
Yeah, I mean, that's of the entire show and cast, we liked those two together the best, even though they didn't go together.
Right.
And then we get to
Crazy
Madlyn and
two,
Colby.
man. Yeah, the crazy ones.
Hot and cold.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
The two
this
that we-
guy's not a big fan of her dress.
No, I wasn't. She looked like she was wearing like an old lady dress.
Yeah,
on
kind of. It was like more like a sundress kind of thing.
He thought it was
And
actually, I think you said it
This
was like a
dress
kid's
comes into
Easter
play,
dress
I
or
guess, a little
something.
later on.
Yeah.
But I thought this was the most underwhelming dress out of all of them for sure.
I agree. I agree.
And it doesn't fit her personality in any way
Yeah, 'cause
either.
she's
'cause
normally like really sexy, like with
Yeah.
the dresses.
Personality-wise, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well,
So
and
she
then-
played that down.
Well, the crazy thing about these two, like these are two that we're like, these two have absolutely no business being together, right? And I think most people probably thought the same thing for the most part, And even during the whole time, man, they're both wishy-washy with each other. He's being overly aggressive. She's getting pissed off, and she's trying to have sex with freaking Randall, and and he's not trying to have sex with. Well, I guess he kind of did, behind the scenes.
Just a stranger.
Right. Just some random chick though.
Not
Just a random
April,
hookup.
but a stranger.
Yeah, just a random hookup he had sex with. Not not.
It was part of the experiment.
He didn't have sex, but he was trying or whatever.
Well,
was
it said he went to her. It said he went to her apartment at 4 a.m. one morning. So who knows what happened? It never told us what happened with her. But yeah. But then so I mean, here we are thinking. I thought for sure that she was going to say no. At this point. I thought, the way everything went down and the kind of way they were talking, I'm like, okay, she's probably going to say no. Even though I think in the previous episode I said, yeah, she's probably going to say yes. But
Well, they make it look like these two don't work out.
yeah,
which,
because they showed her like walking toward her car.
even
and
though they didn't really show any of that this episode.
yeah,
So
they did not.
they're like, oh, let's film some additional stuff to fool people.
Right.
So yeah, so
Probably.
they had the same conversation the other two couples had, and they're both telling each other how much they love each other, yada yada yada.
It was really all him.
Yeah, what was him?
It was all him.
It was
she
him,
just kind
but
of
she-
sat there and stared at him awkwardly.
Yeah, but then she, of course, she had a grin on her face, and then, oh, I love you, baby, and then he's all, oh, let's get married. Drops down to his knee and proposes to her, and what's funny thing is, like this episode more than any other, his Texas accent came out. This dude's Texas accent came out, his drawl came out.
It's the hat,
in this
man.
episode. Yeah,
the
it must have been
cowboy
that.
He had the boots, he had the hat, he was wearing,
because previous to this, it wasn't that strong, but this one, man, it was total Texas accent.
He was full blown cowboy this time.
Oh, yeah, he was going on this one.
Yeah, so he proposes and she says yes, and then he has the bright idea like, wait a minute,
bright
why don't we
idea.
just
Right,
get
right.
married right here,
Right
right
now.
now?
I got another question for you.
He's like, let's do it now.
Which is a brilliant move in my opinion because you don't get the committee of women
That's right.
present for this, so they don't crap all over them and have time to change your mind or whatever.
Like, are you sure you want to marry? You've been crapping on Colby this whole time. Are you sure you want to marry him? Yeah,
Yeah.
He knew. He wasn't about to have any of that. That was the smartest thing he could have done.
He's like, I gotta lock this down. I gotta lock it
and
down
they gotta
right
get
now.
married right now because 5
It's
minutes
gotta
from
be
now they'll
airtight.
probably be like pissed at each other or something.
Exactly.
So
Oh yeah, exactly. But the thing
I was surprised she agreed to it.
Well, and that's the other thing.
Did.
She's wearing the sundress, which is now her wedding dress, Billy.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, he was wearing his freaking cowboy boots and blue jeans. And
who cares what the guy's wearing? You know what I mean? But
well, but the thing is, too, in order to get married, you've got to get a marriage license. So it's like, obviously, they had to have signed that 72 hours prior. So it's like, so this whole thing was just a setup anyway, right? I mean,
I don't know. That was a long time ago.
I mean, I don't know if this was not the real deal or if this was a setup. Who really knows?
Right. Yeah. But it probably was a setup because you do have to have that 72-hour advance notice and sign your marriage.
Are we sure they're in Texas at this point for this?
Oh yeah, they're in Texas.
Yeah, they're in Texas.
They're in Texas. You look at that ranch, man.
I can tell by the way the ranch is. That's Texas land.
It's all flat plains, man. And they flat out tell you, the show's in Austin.
Yeah, it's in Austin.
Yeah, it's in Austin, man. Yeah, it's all done in Texas. So, and they all live in Texas, so you ain't gonna go get a wedding certificate freaking in, Alabama.
You
can. Well, you can, yeah, sure, you can, and you can. But if they're all there filming the show in Texas and they're all live in Texas,
I know from experience you can do it.
Right? Yeah, no, that's true. You can. You're right. A lot of people go to Vegas and get married, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised by this. Matter of fact, we even mentioned it, but probably shouldn't be happening. But I don't know. Who knows what the show really shows you?
I was just waiting for it to blow up. So at first she accepts the proposal. Then I was waiting for an argument. Mm-hmm. Then she accepts, let's get married. And they got married, and I was waiting for an argument. Then they show them like toasting each other, and then he mentioned something about wifey or like what she called him. She's like, no, don't call me wifey. And I was like, oh, here it comes. Here's the argument. It's happening.
Yeah. Well, I will say these two have a very similar personality and relationships. So, maybe this is what works for them.
Yeah.
I mean.
Because they were with the normal person, they'd be like, I'm out. This is too much drama. Where they seem to entertain it.
Yeah. And then after that, that was it. It was a pretty underwhelming episode, I thought. So I was very unimpressed with this.
They show you a little bit of Zay and stuff,
yeah.
But I mean, there's really not much there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
it was not an impressive.
They show you April a little bit.
Yeah, I think Love Is Blind finale way better than this finale for sure. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the setup is better for that show to begin with. They're getting married and they make the big decision, and even if they're not getting married, then it's a lot of drama by saying no.
I mean, I think this already got renewed for season 2, so they probably already started filming.
And this one, they're not even doing this in front of people, so
exactly.
That's even less pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I hope they come up with a better finale for this one. This is next season they're coming out with, because this one was very underwhelming, and it was. And it just didn't. I was bored. I was watching it. It was just boring.
Yeah, compared to all the other.
I mean, it's their lives, Billy. Yeah. It's their lives.
Yeah, You're boring me with your love.
Your love is just not entertaining.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, but Any final thoughts on this?
Nah, kind of played out like I thought it would to a certain extent.
Yeah. We were,
Turns out we really like the build-up. But not the
right.
Because we were all about this show.
But next we'll talk about the reunion, and hopefully that'll be a little bit better for us. But hey, hope you guys liked us. Hope you guys liked us. We hope you guys enjoyed our conversation. Hope we didn't bore you. Yeah, like the show bored us. Hope you enjoyed our conversation, and please talk with us about it. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you thought there was anything better to this finale than we thought there was. Because I mean, again, it was pretty vanilla. There really wasn't much going on in it, and I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with vanilla.
Just didn't do it for us. But hey, we will check you out our next one, which is going to be the reunion coming up here soon, and hopefully that'll be a lot more exciting. And we will check you guys later.
See you guys.
See ya. What's up with the pieces that you guys throw out? See you guys.
What is this dog?
See, he's like. See.
The only couple that really made it was the craziest couple. The ones that were like, "There's no way in hell they should be together." And now here they are doing well. It's like.
He was like, "What is she wearing?"
She is robbed from that whole experience. I liked her hair though.
Maybe they had a big family wedding later.
I did.
Yeah, they probably did something else.
Cut and start the new.
You got a pop a cut. Pop a cut.
You want to get
smart actually.
Oh, for him, it was damn right.
No committee, goddamn.
Yep. Oh yeah. Exactly.
No committee at this wedding.
No, as soon as he asked the question, I thought it was smart too.
The Council of Women are not here.
Yeah. They're not invited. No.
Get rid of that cat. Hey guys, welcome to the Geek Dunk. Today we're talking.
No.
What's that show?
No.
The Matum.